Hi there, moms-to-be. We're going to sweat a little this week because I feel good and I want to take advantage of that. Let's set ourselves up to strengthen with proper technique by warming up and then getting into our flow. Today we'll focus on our breath and our bellies leading all of our movements. Let's do it. Let's start out sitting on your ankles or sit on a block in between your feet. Hands on your thighs and just close your eyes and breathe in and out through your nose, steady and full. Relax your belly and feel it go in and out. Breathing in lets us sit up a bit taller, and breathing out is equal length. Let's remember this kind of easy, steady breathing whenever we start to move, and especially in the more challenging poses today. Now breathe out and round forward, sliding your hands forward, dropping your head in, and breathe in and stack your spine back up, slightly looking up and arching, and then round in to let go. Bringing your baby into your spine, and then untuck your tailbone and open your chest. Now let's come to all fours and do the same thing with cat and cows for a couple rounds. Let your baby drop, tailbone high, chest forward, and then arch your upper back. Relax your neck, bring your baby up. Same slow breath, as there's not too much energy required here, but the spine is loving these movements and the space that we're creating. Now, stay still with your flat back. And then without moving anything else, pick up your right knee and extend your right leg back behind you, keeping your hips right where they are, keeping your hips even with each other. Bring your baby up to your spine so your low back lifts, and extend your left arm out in front. Bicep by your ear, looking down just in front of your right fingertips. Breathe out and knee comes in and elbow kisses your belly. Breathe in and extend your arm and leg. 2 more times like that. Move as you breathe. So same slow breath as in the beginning. Lift your baby again, feeling how strong your core is to support your baby. And last one, extending. And then set your hand down. Keep your leg lifted, and we'll tap your knee to your elbow, bringing it in on an exhale, and then extending on an inhale 3 times total. Not moving your low back up or down, but keeping that knee lifted. Extending out behind you, and then set your knee down. Inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your tailbone. Exhale for cat pose, rounding in. Stay still and tabletop after you're finished. And then slowly inhale, left leg goes back behind you without moving anything else. Engage your muscles below and behind your baby to lift your low back and maintain that nice flat back. Reach your right arm out in front for opposite arm and leg extension. Head extends out from your spine. Exhale and knee comes in and your elbow to kiss your baby. Breathe in and reach out with your arm and leg. 2 more times with a steady breath, moving so your back and hips are completely stabilized. Lift your baby again with your strong core. And then last one, reach out an inch further. Leg stays lifted, hand comes down, press up in between your shoulder blades. Breathe out and knee comes to elbow or tricep. Breathe in and extend back, using your glutes and your core to tap Knee lifts and reaches back. One more time, tapping elbow or even higher. And then extend out behind you and then set your knee down. All right, now we press our chest forward. Bend your elbows, look forward in front of you. Knees are still down for a nice, easy up dog. Breathe again here. And then on your exhale, lift your tailbone up, tuck your toes under, and come back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, pedal your legs out, press into all 10 fingers, and relax your neck, finding that slow, steady breath again. Breathe in and lift your heels up to the sky, and then exhale, release them down. Inhale your right leg up, back behind you, keeping your hips level. Breathe out and bring your knee towards your right armpit. And then extend it back behind you. Breathe out again and then step your foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips, back foot goes down. Inhale and sweep your left arm up and open to warrior two. Getting low, breathing steady, and letting your belly expand and come back in with each breath. Looking over your right fingers and stay strong in both legs. Inhale and start to straighten your legs and lift your arms up. Maybe looking up. Exhale and then sink back down into low warrior pose. A few more times like this. Coming up slow, moving on your breath, and then getting deep down into it. Relax your shoulders down your back, wherever your arms are. Feel like your inner thighs are coming towards each other. Sink your tailbone down a bit. Flowing and relaxing your jaw and your face muscles. Good. And then once you're in your strong warrior two pose, stay here in your legs and untuck your tailbone and your belly drops forward, and then tuck it back under, scooping your belly up. And a couple more times like this, tilting your pelvis back and then forth. You shouldn't feel any pinching in your low back, so just move slightly to feel that pelvic range that's really comfortable for you. And then coming into a neutral stance, flip your right palm up and reach back to inhale. And then exhale, left arm goes over the top, coming down to the mat, hands down, stepping into plank, holding here and pressing into your hands. Keep your hips level, lift your right leg up and tap knee to tricep. Inhale and extend 2 more times, coming into tap, reaching back with a straight leg, lifting your knee as high as it can go, and then set your foot down on the outside of your right hand. Make sure your knee is right over your ankle. Press through your back heel and keep your hips even and even a little lifted. And then drop your back knee down. Maybe you can put it on a blanket if you need some cushion. So sink your hips, lift your chest, relax your shoulders, maybe close your eyes. Breathe and enjoy this stretch. Slowly start to lift your left arm, trying to stack your shoulders. Press into your right fingertips, yet relax your right shoulder away from your neck. Opening your belly out to the side and opening your chest up a bit more. And then if you want, slowly bend your back leg, taking your foot in your hand or just gently stretching your arm back towards it. Softening something here in this intense quad stretch. Maybe try to resist yourself by pressing your foot into your hand. And then try creating more space between your right shoulder and your ear. Breathe out and see if you can relax a little bit more. And then when you're ready, gently release your foot and come back to center, placing your hands down and then straightening out your front leg for a second. Good hamstring stretch. And then rebend that front leg, press into your hands, and step back to a plank pose with your knees down. Now come onto your forearms, elbows go right underneath your shoulders. Press into your forearms continuously, and then lift your knees. Strong low belly. Forearm plank. And then imagine a string pulling your hips up to the sky as you walk your feet in towards your elbows. And letting your head dangle, gravity helping your head get really heavy. Bending your knees as much as you want. Feet can go as wide as you want. Tailbone goes a little bit higher. Opening up your upper back and breathing slow as you can while working this pose. So keep it going and take one more breath. And then as you breathe out, place your knees down wide, press back into a comfortable child's pose to slow down your breath, just like we started with in the beginning. Forehead is heavy on the mat. Everything is relaxed. Hip flexors feel really good here. Slowly in and out through your nose. And once you have come back to calm, walk your hands forward just a bit. Tuck your toes under and come into a comfortable down dog pose. Feel steady by kind of spreading out your fingers a lot. One breath here. And other side. So inhale, left leg up behind you, hips level. Exhale, your knee to your right armpit. Your left armpit. Inhale it back up. And maybe pointing your toes. Breathe out again and step up in between your hands. Back foot goes down and presses into the mat as you inhale and sweep your right arm up and open to warrior two. Good. Find your strong stance here, using your tummy as balance, but mostly as strength. Relax your neck as you look over your left fingers. Stay strong and still, yet moving a lot of oxygen through your body. Next, inhale, start to straighten your legs and arms go up above your shoulders. Exhale and sink back down, low warrior pose. Pulsing here, coming up slow, reaching, and then letting go and sitting back down into it. Let your arms flow lightly. Maybe look up as you are up, and then look over your fingers again as you come down. One more time, coming up with strong legs, and breathing out, sucking your belly up into warrior two. Now, pelvic tilts back and up with your tailbone, and then tucking under. Keep it going to find a range of movement back and forth that is really comfortable. Stay low in your legs, arms are reaching. Focus on your breathing. And then come to a neutral spine. Flip your left palm and reach back to inhale. And then exhale and right arm goes over the top and around to the mat. Placing your palms down around your foot, step back to plank. Press up in between your shoulder blades. Without moving your hips, lift your left leg up and exhale, tap knee to tricep. Inhale, extend it back behind you. 2 more times, seeing how far you can bring that knee in, reaching it back with a straight leg. Lift your knee up even higher, and then foot comes down outside your left hand. Wiggle your foot so your knee is right over your ankle. Press back through your back heel. Keep your hips even and lifted, and then drop your back knee down. Use a blanket if you don't have enough cushion. And you can sink your hips, lift your chest, relax your shoulders, maybe close your eyes. Pelvis is even. Keep your hands under your shoulders, trying to relax your shoulders. And then lift your right arm for a gentle opening. Stacking your shoulders, lift your chest to the sky, breathing in and really feeling your belly expand. Stay here, or if you want, slowly bend your back leg, taking your foot in your hand, or just gently stretching your arm back. Okay, so breathe here, and instead of holding on to a strong stretch, come to a place that let you use your muscles and relax. If you're holding your foot, press your foot into your hands. Relax your right shoulders. Soften your neck and maybe gaze slightly. Slowly let go of your foot. Place your hands down and then straighten out your front leg for a minute. Folding over that left leg, and then re-bend your front leg, keeping your right knee down, and step back to plank with your knees down. And then come down on your forearms. Shoulders are right over your elbows. Press into your forearms a lot, and then lift your knees to forearm plank. Starting with your tailbone, lift it straight up as you walk your feet in, relaxing your head once you come all the way up. Head never touches the ground because of how much you're pressing into your forearms. Feet are wide to allow room for your belly. Push your tailbone a little bit higher. Take a big but slow breath in through your nose and then release it out your mouth. Take one more breath in, and then come on down. Press into a comfortable child's pose, slowing your breath down. Remember your breath again from the beginning of this sequence. Everything feels heavy and grounded. Nice work on that sequence. Okay, so time for one more fun sequence building on what we've just done. So grab 2 blocks and place them in front of your mat to use later. Great, so come on up to down dog and breathe to prepare. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, bringing it up to your nose. And heel up to your bum, and then step to your hands. Come up to your fingertips, back heel stays up, square off your hips, and then breathe in to lift your arms up into high lunge. One breath, feeling steady. Then look a couple feet in front of your front foot, push off your back leg into warrior 3. Hips are even, and flex that back foot. Arms go out to the sides, feel steady, and then slowly step back into your high lunge. Keep a wide stance for more balance. Big breath in here, and then exhale as you kick right back up into warrior 3. Finding your balance, lifting your back leg a little bit more. Breathe in, and then breathe out to step back. Sink deep into crescent pose here, and then last time, get ready to launch up as you breathe out. Warrior 3, holding here and breathing, staying strong on that right leg, and then bring your fingertips down on your blocks. Totally relax your head and neck. Standing splits, yet leaving room for your belly, lifting your leg into the sky. Now, pulse your knee towards your armpit, so exhale, knee comes down and in, and then inhale, leg goes straight back up. Maybe point your toes. Couple more times, moving your leg with your breath, using your strong core, trying to keep your hips steady. Good, lifting, and last one, lifting even higher, And then lower your leg a bit to even out your hips, extending your leg behind you, flexing your foot. Lift your left arm, looking down for balance, stacking up your hips into half moon. Good. Try to lift your leg a little bit higher, stacking your shoulders. Stay here or slowly bend your left knee and maybe reach to grab your foot for a quad stretch in half moon. Lighten your right fingers. And then thinking about your belly, release your foot if you have it and gently, gracefully step back into Warrior Two pose. Nice. Relax your shoulders, stay low in your legs, and bring your palms together in front of you. Start to straighten out your front leg as you bend into your left, sitting back, looking straight out, sinking into your left hip. Right leg is straight. Straight low spine, chest up and breathing. Using your low belly, come up a bit. Place your hands down and crawl to the back of your mat, placing your hands on the inside of your left foot. Press into your hands a lot and then lift your left heel and step back into plank. Inhale, right leg goes up, and exhale, tap your knee to tricep. Inhale and extend it back behind you. And yes, 2 more times. Come in to try to tap. Inhale and extend. Last one, knee to tricep. And then breathe in, reach your leg back and set it down. Take those hips up and press back to down dog. Now the other side. Take a big breath in to lift your left leg up to the sky and exhale as your knee comes past your nose through to your hands. On your fingertips, nice wide stance. Keep both hips pointing forward. Inhale, sweeping your arms up into high lunge. And one breath here, feeling really steady. So look at one point on the ground in front of you. Bend your knees a lot. And kick up into Warrior Three. Hips are even, flex your back foot, flat back, leg extends out from your spine. Feel steady and breathe out to step way back into your high lunge with a wide stance. Inhale slowly and then exhale as you kick back up into Warrior Three. Find your balance, lift your back leg but keep hips level. Relax your jaw and breathe out through your mouth to step back into high lunge. Get low in your legs, making them strong. And last one, get ready to launch up as you breathe out, Warrior Three. Never holding your breath. Crown of your head reaches forward. And then find your blocks with your fingertips. Release your chin towards your chest, lifting your leg way up into standing splits. Now knee comes to the armpit, and exhale, bring your knee in towards your armpit, and then breathe in as your long leg goes back up. 2 more times, bending your knee in, feeling your core, and then reaching that leg super tall. Exhale to come in, and inhale it back up, and then lower your leg just a bit for level hips, flexing your foot, and then lift your right arm up. Look down for balance into half moon. Feeling that you can be steady with your ever-changing body, lift your right leg a bit higher, stacking your shoulders. Use your core a bit more by lightening the weight in your left fingers. And then stay here, or you can slowly bend your right knee and maybe take your foot in your hand for a nice quad stretch. And then resist yourself here. Release your foot if you have it and beautifully step back into Warrior Two pose. And then sink into it now, bringing your palms together in front of you. Start to straighten out your front leg as you bend into your right. Hips go back as you squat down into that right hip. Lift your chest and breathe. Gently let your hands come down to walk yourself back to the top of your mat. Placing your hands on the inside of your right foot. Press into your hands a lot and then lift your right heel and step back into plank. Breathe in and lift your left leg up a bit. And then exhale, tap your knee to tricep. Inhale, extend it back behind you. Breathe out and tap. Inhale and extend. And one more, knee to tricep. And then inhale, reach your leg back and place it down into plank. Draw up from your core and press back to down dog. Ah, lovely, lovely. And then be very happy here to bend your knees deep. Slowly let them come all the way down. And come up to stand on your knees, so hips right over your knees. Place your hands at your low back with your fingertips pointing down. And your elbows come towards each other. Chest lifts and just breathe here for a bit. Stay strong in your stomach muscles underneath your belly as you inhale and lean back any amount. Hips staying right over your knees. Breathing in and out through your nose. Come out any amount of this back bend if it's uncomfortable. But breathe to open up and slightly look up. And then come back when you're ready and sit back on your heels. Sit down on your mat with your feet flat out in front of you now. And grab one of your blocks and put it out to the side. Lay back on the mat, palms facing down by your sides, and knees are right over your ankles. Press hard into your feet to lift your hips up slowly, and then take your block and set it at the short or medium level right under your sacrum. Make sure it's really comfortable, and then set your weight all the way into your block. So just let gravity relax your back, relax your glutes, relax your arms. Stay here and just breathe. This is your relaxation, with oxygen flowing and your rejuvenation of blood flowing. You can hold your baby or just relax your hands down by your side. Stay here or any amount, walk your feet out, keeping your knees tracking straight up to the sky. Low back should just feel great here. If your hands are on your baby, release your palms down on the mat and walk your feet in underneath your knees. Press into your feet a lot, keeping your glutes relaxed, and then take that block out from underneath you and take it super slow to come all the way down to the mat. Roll off to the side and then sit on up, and take both of your blocks and set one up at the back of your mat at the highest level in a horizontal line. And then the other one, place it in front of that a bit at the medium level in a vertical line. So then place your bolster on the blocks. Good. And scoot your bum close to, or you can even sit on the end of the bolster. The goal is to really support your tailbone and not to have too much pressure on it at all. So use your hands to lay back gently on your bolster block setup. Place your feet as wide as your mat and then drop your knees over to the right, keeping your chest straight forward, releasing your low back. Maybe look slightly to the left and just breathe and enjoy this position. And inhale your knees back up. And then breathe out and drop them over to the left. Shoulders are down away from your ears, gazing over to your right. In and out through your nose. Remember how we started our breath flowing in the beginning of class when we were sitting up and breathing. Relax into your bolster. And then inhale and lift your knees back to center. Make sure your low back is super comfortable again. And extend your legs out in front of you into a little V, dropping your toes out to the sides. Feeling the back of your hands heavy on the ground. Close your eyes and breathe nice and easy. Fully relaxed, yet fully recharged. And smile.